For instance, I mean, who are the people that they're going to...
No, I'm talking about embarking on the project, because say the federal government are the ones handling it, so it's not the state.
Yeah, if the federal government is handling it and it's in my state, you know, I will key into it and ensure that the benefit...
Yeah, but whoever wins have the key into it one day, so it's not that you're initiating the project.
Yeah, you're not initiating the project, but you plan based on it. If I know that you know, something is going to pass through my state, you know, I will make plans from you know, the people of my state.
So how will you get the jobs in very quick? How will you get the jobs in?
How are we going to get the jobs in? Well, for us, you know, agriculture, agro-processing, that is very key. Again, the time when Ibadan, you know, was the capital of the Western region, that was when you had the, you know, cocoa house built. It was an effort from agriculture. You know, also that was when you had, you know, first TV station in Africa. At the same time, you got all these research institutes, like Cocoa Research Institute, like International Institute for Tropical Agriculture, Crane, and all of those places. So, for us, agriculture, agro-processing, those are jobs that we have to create. Again, also, I run an engineering outfit as well. I was going to put the engineering office in Ibadan. But because there's no ease of commuting, we're working for the oil and gas industry, and the folks coming from Port Harcourt said, well, you know, we can fly into Lagos and, you know, have meetings and alignment on, you know, whatever engineering issues we've got. But if we get into Lagos, it will take us another maybe 2 hours or plus, you know, to get to Ibadan. So we have to listen to them because they are the clients, and we cited the engineering office here in Lagos. But at the slightest opportunity that I will have with commuting, you know, you can put those, like an engineering outfit, you can put it in Ibadan and work, you know, throughout the world.
Okay, this engineering thing now interests me. Some of these things are dying in Oyo State. I'm sure you are also not unaware. St. Andrew's College, the technical college, you know, along that road, it's pretty much a shadow of its old self. There was something Oyo State had, which has died over the, you know, over the years. In the 70s, early 80s, it was the only thing that was all over West Africa, and that's black soap. That industry has literally died in our town and maybe some other areas of that state. Is there anything any government can do? You talked about public-private partnership, but the people seem to be shielding their own stuff. They're not open to Western influence, so to speak.
Well, you know, not really. For us, for your state, to move away, you know, from federal allocation, which is really the biggest issue, you know, the biggest challenge that we've seen. It has multiplied poverty in the state because the federal allocation is never enough. We have to look at schemes that can be export-oriented. We have to earn foreign exchange in the state, you know, to be able to cover some of our expenses. And I'll take, for instance, the same Ikere Gorge Dam, you know, where they've sunk a lot of money, the dam is built, I've been there. The body of water behind the dam, you can actually do a freshwater shrimp farming in there. Globally, it's a $2 billion market. We don't have any amount right now, or any share of that market is zero. So if I'm looking at a global market that I can easily tap into, I have the infrastructure already, even if it's 5%. If it's 5% of that, it will make a huge difference, you know, in the lives of your state people, and also for the country as well.
Now, one of the things that should also give anyone concern is there are many political interests in Oyo State. I'm sure you're very well aware of that. Yeah. Different regions, different, you know, groups that you have talked about. What kind of government would anyone run, you inclusive, that will bring all those factions together and create a progressive plan for your state?
For me, there are two things you have to pay attention to. One, you have to run a government that is transparent and with, a certain level of honesty. You have to level up with the people. You have to tell them the truth, which is really what we're not seeing right now. So that is the key for us. If you tell people the truth, they can easily, align with you and get, go through rough patches together. So we have to be transparent. And secondly, you have to run a government with the fear of God. By that, you have to ensure that what belongs to A, you don't give it to B.
Okay. Tell us then, when you talk about agriculture and the plans that you've got, what would you do about access to land? Because that's the first point for anyone who wants to come into farming. That's what they need to face.
You see, I also hope to retire as a farmer. Yes, I hope to retire. I already bought.
How do you go from oil and gas to farming?
Well, I'm going back to my roots. I didn't get into oil and gas because I wanted to. I finished from Unilag, and then I was sent to River State to do my national service. Quite frankly, before I got to River State, I was thinking I'll join the military as a short service combatant officer. But when I landed in Port Harcourt and I saw these oil folks, I just thought, look,
you got caught up in the fray.
As I forget the military, I'm not going.
I'm not sure it's the Governorship mango that will take you away from there to this, but we'll come back to this in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. You were talking about your plan for agriculture in terms of access to land.
Yes. So I bought my land, and which I'm going to use for farming. The land is there. So for the part of Oyo State where they have big expanse of land like Ibarapa and Okeogun axis. People still, you still have a bit of, challenges reaching out to people, getting them, as a group to come together and buy into big projects. But you've also seen enthusiasm, in people wanting development for their, areas, for their region. So I wouldn't think it's going to be a big deal to engage the people and have access to those farmland.
Would you be interested in ensuring and how that they get access to credit on a single-digit interest rate?
Yes, I've been talking to the farmers. I mean, they organized a debate, which I was there, and we've spoken extensively on the issue that you just mentioned. You have the microfinance institutions that we already earmarked to be used, strictly to finance agriculture. And you also have the scheme where Oyo State is supposed to provide counterpart funding, 25% of the funds for farmers in Oyo State to have access to those credit facilities. So we are, geared up to do all of that as soon as we get into power.
All right. So
let me take just one last one. What's your global promise to the Oyo State electorate?
Well, my global promise to the Oyo State electorate is I'm from a very humble background. My parents didn't see the four walls of any secondary school. My both parents, my dad, my mom. And if I can make it, they also will be able to make it. We'll provide opportunities, for them to express themselves. When I look at our children that are jobless, I don't see needy individuals. I see potentials, that are locked in, that we have to unlock and unleash on the economy of Oyo State. And if we're able to do that, we tackle poverty. Most other vices or other challenges that we have are going to also, be tackled as we go along that. For instance, if I take the issue of security, right now they collect security levy and they are installing CCTV cameras in certain places around Ibadan. For me, I don't think that is going to make us more secure. I think to deal with the security challenges that we have in Oyo State, we have to provide jobs for the teeming youths. We have folks, they've been to school, they are graduates, they have their degree, but there are nuisance in our communities because they've got nothing to do.
Countries around the world where the economy is doing well, you still have to have CCTV cameras for security purposes.
Well, I doubt if I take the picture of your car, the picture of your plate number, that I'll be able to trace it to your home.
Because we don't have relevant data.
Yes, so you don't just do things because it's a need to have. You need to do things because it fits into your agenda. If, for instance, we're building infrastructure, and I'm building a road from one roundabout in Ishenyi to another roundabout, a 5 or 6 kilometer stretch, how does it affect my economy? I'd rather build roads, the inner roads to the centers of production, and then get the goods out. That's the only way we can improve the economy, and that is the only way. That is the only way that we can give benefits to our people.
All right, then. We wish you all the best, Mr. Seyi Makinde, governorship candidate of the PDP. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you so much.
And that's the show as well today. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
I'm Gemba Umar.
And I'm Oyo Makinde. No, not him.
I'm Maupe Ogun Yusuf. Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on this program are those of the maker and do not reflect the views, opinions, and endorsement of Channels Television.